I mean, I know that every person in the world would sit there and question that, but like, I did not sign up to be in this family to only have Kody in my life. I've been doing it for years, from day one, sitting here begging to be a part of this family, and I'm tired of being questioned. I'm just tired of it. As much as I love Kody and it's great to have him around, it is stressing me out and worrying about the kids that aren't seeing their dad.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so we are obsessed with Sister Wives on this channel. I don't know if I'm obsessed with Sister Wives or if I'm just more like I can't look away from this show. I'm at a point right now where I don't believe half of what I'm seeing, and this season has been a lot of fighting. There are definitely two sides of the family. So you have on one side Christine and Janelle, who don't want to follow Kody's rules, and they think Kody's rules are fake. They think that Kody puts preferential treatment to Robyn. Their kids have basically called out Robyn at this point, and they're both going to be skipping Thanksgiving. On the other side, you've got Robyn with Kody, and then Meri is like dangling, kind of like as a carrot, maybe sometimes involved with the family. Next week, on Sunday night, there will be a new episode. And on this episode, Robyn and Meri are going to finally get together. And Robyn and Meri are going to sit down, and Meri's going to blabber and open up to Robyn about how she's feeling about things with Kody. And Robyn then starts talking to Meri about how she's the Brown family scapegoat.
Worried about the wives that aren't seeing Kody. Okay?
Sorry, to me, it was not at all pointing a finger.
It gets frustrating. My mom calls me the Brown family scapegoat.
So, in a sneak peek that was released, I think by Us Weekly or People, I can't remember which, Robyn Brown basically says that she has been trying for years to be a part of this family, and yet no one will let her in.
And she just kind of chuckled. She's like, Robyn, all they do is blame you for stuff. You're just their scapegoat. You're the Brown family scapegoat.
But hey, at least you're part of the Brown family.
I don't know if I believe that. Then she also went on to say that despite what everyone else thinks, it's like she's very understanding, and she's very, I think she has read the room, that she thinks that everyone believes that she doesn't want to be in a plural family. So she says that everyone else has it wrong. She actually wants to be a plural wife, and she does not want to be in a monogamous marriage. And she's like, despite what everyone in the world thinks, I don't know if I believe that, but that's what she says. She's said, as much as I enjoy having Kody around, it's really hard right now. And then Meri's like, well, at least you have him around. And she basically tells Robyn that Kody has placed her in a position where she has become a friend. So we can be friends, is what Kody tells Meri.
I am an outsider, Robyn. No, I don't feel like I'm part of the family. It's this weird thing. Am I a sister wife when I don't have a husband? And I have a husband, technically, but do I? You know,
Robyn then is like, well, Kody then, sometimes Kody talks about you, and he's like, I should call Meri. I should talk to Meri. And it gives me hope. Robyn is like the friend when all the doors are closed that is refusing to let you leave. Robyn is like that person who you are like, it's time to go, the lights are on, the bar is closed, and she's like, I just want one more drink. And it's not possible. There's nothing left to drink. There's no more food to eat. The party's over, and she's not done. And Robyn, it also reminds me of like that scene in Dumb and Dumber where she's like, not one in a million chance or something like that of being with him. I can't remember what the exact words were. And he's like, so you're saying there's a chance. So she's like, I see a glimmer. And then Robyn, in her little tiny room, her interview says that, you know, Meri's mourning the loss of the relationship of what it was, and she's not accepting what it is. I think it's really cute for Robyn to try to tell a woman that she should just accept the scraps and try to move forward in a situation where she's clearly not happy, and make her feel like there's a possibility of them moving into a direction of being together, which isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I feel like Robyn's trying to keep Meri there for her own selfish reasons. That's just my opinion. You can tell me what you think. But then Robyn also claims that she's the family scapegoat. I can't even believe this. So Robyn says that everything that goes wrong in the family, she's blamed for, and everyone blames her for everything. That could be true, but I think that she and Kody do a dang good job of making people feel like it's them against everyone else. Because Robyn basically does whatever Kody wants, and Kody does whatever Robyn wants. And when you have two people that are doing everything that they want, and they want the same things, it makes it impossible for anyone else to have an opinion, because it's two against everyone else. So her is, you're the family scapegoat, and I'm tired of being the family scapegoat. Do you think she's the family scapegoat? I mean, if I'm being honest, I blame Kody for most of this, because Cody's the one that has the 4 wives. I blame him and him alone, because he's the one that's controlling the situation. He's the one that's the narcissist. He's the one that's being really horrible to these women, and he's the one that constantly throws Robyn in the face of all the wives. So if you're throwing Robyn in the face of all the wives, of course all of the wives are going to have a bad opinion of Robyn, right? I don't know if she's the scapegoat or if it's just easier to get mad at her than it is at Kody, but the fact that she's always playing the victim is just so dumb to me. But then she does stuff like in this next scene. So she sits down with her kids and talks to them about how they're not going to have Thanksgiving as a family. So Aurora says to her mom that Christina's the one that wants to see everyone and has been the one that's been complaining about not being able to see anyone. And now they have the list of what they can do to see people, and she's still not going to go. And she says she's not going to lie to her. And she basically says, you know, I think Christine just wants to see her other kids. And I think for Christine, she's picking to see the kids.
I'm just worried about how it's going to make them feel. If it's going to start making them be bitter and stop, you know, wanting to be around the family and stuff, because they don't care to be around us.
But then in her interview, she gets really snotty. And this is why I think Robyn likely does not get along with the other girls or the other women. I don't know why I keep calling them girls today. Is that Robyn she's first of all only been in this family for 10 years. She has not been rejected by Kody. She hasn't been. She is not in an estranged marriage with Kody. She is not being forced to watch someone else have a functioning marriage while they are miserable, while they're being hurt by Kody, while Kody is abandoning their kids. Instead, Robyn is like, well, what about Kody?
Honestly, yes. I mean, that's very natural for a mom to want to go see her kids that have moved out. Really do that in a plural family. Where's Kody supposed to go?
So she's like, well, now that their kids are older, she wants to be with her kids, and she wants to be with her kids, and Meri wants to be with her kids. And it'll be like, what about Kody? We have to do things differently.
No. Janelle wants to go to this kid's house. Christine wants to go to this kid's house. Meri wants to go to Mariah's house. Even once my kids are grown and out of the house, it's going to be the same thing. As a plural family, you have to do things different.
In a perfect world, they would have come together, but they couldn't, because their dad made it so that they had to follow specific rules in order for them to go see them. And in a perfect world, you wouldn't have 4 wives. Here's the thing. It's very easy for Robyn to criticize what other wives have been doing that have been in a marriage with a man for over 25 years. She has not been rejected by Kody. She has not had to deal with Kody picking someone else over her. She has not been replaced by another wife. No one else has had another child since she has entered. No one has tested her position as the favorite since she entered. There is no obstacles for Robyn. Even if people blame her, she's not against any jealousy of her own. She's never experienced what these other wives have experienced. They haven't gone through what they've gone through. So she might have her ideas, but in her world, she has a functioning marriage. She has a man that wants to be there. She has someone that loves her. The other ones don't. Even if Kody says he loves them, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't treat her, Christine, like he loves her. He treats Christine and the kids like they're second-class citizens. And I think it's very easy for her to constantly judge what the other wives are doing when she doesn't have any basis to stand on. So she's the scapegoat, but then when she has the opportunity to stick up for them, she doesn't. And when she has an opportunity to empathize with where they're at and how Kody's treating them, she doesn't. She's constantly shifting it to like, you're not making Kody happy. You're not doing what Kody wants. And then Kody's saying, Robyn does what I want. So you have two people basically saying, if you want to be like Robyn, you have to do what I want. And maybe they don't want to do what she wants because they have a different experience with Kody. I am so glad that we are at a point with this show that we are finally starting to see the true colors of this family, and we're finally starting to see that it wasn't real and it was all fake. And I'm so glad that Christine left and is moving on with her life because she deserves so much better than this. My only hope is that through this process that Janelle also leaves Kody, and I hope that Meri leaves as well. Robyn can say all day long that she doesn't want to be a monogamous wife, but she doesn't treat them like a plural family, and she doesn't make an effort, and they don't make an effort for her. So if she wants to be a plural family, maybe she should let Kody get another wife and then see how it works out. See what it feels like to have someone take your place, someone take the affection from you, someone to compete with, because you have no one to compete with right now. You are zero. He doesn't want anyone else but you. He doesn't want anyone more than you. You're it. So take another wife and see how it feels, and then put yourself in the position of these women. Until then, your opinion means nothing to these women. That's my opinion. I don't know if I'm going on a tangent, but I'm so annoyed by her lack of just reading the room here. I don't like polygamy. I don't like the way it treats women. I don't like the way women are treated in polygamy. And I don't like the way that men treat women in polygamy. This is an experiment that TLC started that needs to stop. I want a show where we can watch Christine cooking and making her rolls and hanging out with the kids, or not hanging out with the kids, and what her life is post Kody. That to me would be more interesting than what I'm seeing right now. What do you think about that? Tell me in the comments below. Bye guys.